The world is in shock as a group of terrorists has taken control of large areas of Syria and Iraq.
The world can be a cruel and dangerous place. Remember, even if you're afraid, be strong.
Heck no.
Your loving mother, Fatima.
Fatima.
Did your mother ever tell you the story of the Lady of Heaven? She was very special. Daughter to the Prophet Muhammad.
Okay.
My time is near. And afterwards, my lovely Fatima, you will face many trials.
With my father no longer here to lead us, evil is with those who will extinguish the light of truth.
You're gonna let a woman tell us what to do. We will burn her out.
God will judge all of you.
This world has become a breeding ground of violence.
The mine.
Shadow will be cast across many generations to come.
It said some people are so full of faith, they give strength to everyone around them.
You got a detonator?
The greatest thing in this life and the hereafter is the spreading of peace in the world.
Lady Fatima's goodness inspired people to stand up, no matter what the cost. Her legacy lives on.
Wow. So definitely a religious film. It says coming soon. I totally missed what the date was when it was coming soon. Definitely a religious film. It just says coming soon, which excites me. I like religious films. I do like learning about different religions. I do like having conversations with people about their religion and different religions. I don't know a lot about the Muslim religion. I have heard about Lady Fatima, the daughter of Muhammad. I knew that name was familiar. Don't know too much about it. So this is like a perfect movie to be able to get educated, assuming they don't take too much liberties with the story and with the history of that. 1,400 years ago, which sounds about right. I think Muhammad was about 600 AD or so. But regardless, the trailer itself, it's got that mixture of modern times and the 1,400 years ago times. And so the 7th century, how much of that movie, it seemed like most of that movie is going to be the 7th century with Fatima, and maybe like 20% the modern times and the struggle that those boys are going through, losing their mother and other things there. I didn't catch the entire conflict with them, but something related to that. Again, you saw that one shot with a kid with look like a detonator. That was pretty scary. Was that of his own design? Was someone trying to force him to do that? It talked about terrorism and whatnot. I'm curious how that aspect too, they talked about, I think, Iraq and Syria, that aspect of terrorism, how they're going to mesh that in with the story of Fatima. My interest is definitely piqued, okay? It's definitely caught my attention. It's piqued my interest. It's something that, again, I love to learn. I love movies, and I love movies about religion. I Can Only Imagine was one that came out a few years ago. I really, really enjoyed that movie. And the one about the Apostle Paul with Jim Caviezel, I really enjoyed that movie. The one about the Centurion, right, the guard, really liked that one as well. I like movies that are set in like a religious tone and set in that time period, whether it's the turn of the century, the 1st century, 7th century. I'm for it. I'm all for it to learn and check it out. I'm not sure if this is going to be 80% about the Lady of Heaven, 20% about the modern story. Because I think if you're going to use a lot and rely a lot on the Lady of Heaven, it is what the movie is called, but you start off in a modern world, I think you got to give the modern world a little more than 20% before it's just kind of like, okay, it's like Princess Bride, where it's not Fred Savage's story at all. He's just a very minor character, and we keep going back to him for the cute laughs and whatnot, but it's about the Princess Bride. Anyway, I didn't think I was going to make that reference in this reaction. Very interested. It looks like the shots from the 7th century. I keep saying, I hope that's correct. I was getting the centuries mixed up in the years. Those shots look amazing. You got the desert landscape, and you have the war, and you have, you know, the curved swords. What are those things called? It's causing a blank. The curved ones. Those are always really cool. And there was a line there that said, "The Lady of Heaven showed us that we got to do whatever it takes to bring peace and love into the world." That is a very important line. And there are different opinions of that line. And you got to stand up for what you believe, I think is what she said, actually. And that can be tough sometimes. When you're in a group of people, when you're within a group of people that you admire and they are not of your beliefs and they are tearing down your beliefs, are you strong enough not to cause a fight with them, but to let them know that I'm a believer of what you are tearing down, and I'm proud of what I believe in, and that kind of stuff. So that's cool. There's so many different avenues you can take with that, but those are my thoughts on the reaction on the trailer. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment below. Let me know what you're thinking about this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you so much for joining.